Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I want to do hopefully a little bit of a quicker video about tenting keyboards. Yep. But to give some backstory, I was previously using my OLKB Preonic, which is a keyboard I'm very fond of, but as of recent, I haven't really found switches that I really like in this board. I've tried a lot of switches that I already owned. I bought some cheaper switches that I wanted to try out. They weren't a good fit for this keyboard, so sometimes I would whip out the Wooting60 HE, and although I am pretty brutal on this keyboard, especially in my previous videos, I do actually like this board, especially for gaming, and audio feedback wise, this sounds better than my Preonic currently, which is crazy, but that's just the reality I live in right now. So yeah. But one day I was gaming with one of these keyboards. I honestly don't remember which one, but I ended up feeling some wrist pain here. And if you know my dark past, then you would likely know that I'm no stranger to wrist pain. So, being someone who also does enjoy ergonomic keyboards, I wanted to revisit a board that I kind of talked about as being almost my end game, and that would be the Boardsource Lulu. So I leaned into the Boardsource Lulu because it does have tenting kits that are purchasable with the kit. However, there's a bit of a problem with their tenting kits. So here are the shortest legs available for the Lulu in the tenting kit. And if you can see, well, this is just completely broken. You can see small cracks running through the entire leg there on both sides, and on here it goes really far, all the way down here. And this happened to all of the tenting legs, and these are the shortest ones, so these should be the most durable, I would assume. But this happened to all my tenting legs within the kit, and I'm not the only one this happened to, so I had to find some other tenting option. And that's where these come in. These are a set of universal tenting legs that I purchased off KBD, yeah. But these are available on a number of different ergonomic keyboard websites. I will link these in the description below, only because I personally found it very difficult to come across this option. I have been looking kind of on and off here and there for tenting options, but most things that I would find are like people on Reddit suggesting using camera equipment to tent keyboards or tablet stands. Things like that, where I just felt like it wasn't really for me. These I really like because they're low profile, quick to deploy, quick to put away, and if you want to use your keyboard flat, it doesn't really get in the way of that. So mine came with these additional bump-ons that are a little bit taller than normal bump-ons, so you can see that they are quite level with these legs, and if I set it down flat, it doesn't wiggle or rattle or anything like that. Using these tenting legs is super easy. Just pull up on one of them, and this support piece will fit into one of 3 grooves, which will control your angle. I personally use the highest one, so I just pull it up all the way, and when I set it down, any realistic typing won't have this keyboard move around at all. If I press on the very edge, yeah, it'll kind of tip, but I'm not typing over here. I'm typing at most over here, and I have to press really hard to get it to budge. Closing the legs can be a bit of a pain. Some websites just show people holding the keyboard like this with the legs pointing down and pulling on the leg and having gravity release the support from the groove. However, that's not super consistent. It doesn't work all the time for me. It just happened to there. On this side, it's a little less consistent. So yeah, that's not happening. So what I find works the best for me is pulling up on the support itself and guiding the leg closed. That's a super consistent way to do it, and it only takes like a second longer. One quick actual negative I'll say about this is that QC isn't the best. This leg gets stuck, and you can see that there is some wear right here. But this leg does get stuck sometimes. With some pressure, it does move back, but it does get stuck. One super neat thing about these legs and this particular keyboard is that if I use the lowest height on the right side, when I'm playing games, I have my big mouse pad over here. And so I want to condense my keyboard as much as possible to keep my arms close together with enough room to mouse around and all that. So by adjusting this to the lowest height, not flat, I can kind of tuck this underneath the other half of the board so it has a smaller footprint. That I think is really cool, and I still have some tenting here, but for gaming, right, I'm mainly using my left hand, so this is still at a height that I really like. With all that said, has this helped alleviate some of my wrist issues? I would say it has. I've been using this keyboard for about a week and a half now with the tenting kit, fully tented out, and I haven't really had that kind of sudden, almost like flare-up feeling in my wrist where it suddenly hurts. I haven't had that happen to me at all, and I have still been able to go back to the Wooting every once in a while. I don't really kind of swap boards super often anymore, but I still will bring out the Wooting every once in a while when I am playing games for a bit longer. So overall, I think this is a great buy if you are looking for an alternative tenting option, especially if you're using one of those more DIY boards like a Lily 58 or a Sofle. I don't know how to pronounce that keyboard's name, but those boards where oftentimes you just have like an acrylic back or something like that that's just completely flat. Having this option here, if you do want to use tenting or try tenting, I think this is awesome because this I think only cost me about 15 bucks, 15, 20 bucks. So it's pretty affordable too, and it is made of metal, so it's going to be pretty durable. And I haven't had any issues with it other than this leg getting stuck. Now it's not getting stuck. But yeah, I think this is super worth it if you are looking for an affordable tenting option that's going to be durable. And especially if you don't have a 3D printer available to you, because I know people do make 3D printed options. I don't have one available to me, and those services that print stuff for you are really expensive. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you have any questions about anything mentioned in this video, just let me know down in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, I think this is an awesome buy. I'll be using my Lulu a lot more often now, as I have been already. But yeah, that's it, and goodbye.